Minister of Finance today debunks the claims by Edo State Governor about sourcing federal allocation and the money printing claims. And former Governor Ayodele Fayose has reservations about the just concluded Southwest PDP Congress. He speaks to us live on the program tonight. Hello everyone and welcome to Politics Today live on Channels Television. I'm sure Akimalia Channels Television's global headquarters in Lagos. Let's begin tonight of this 1 hour stretch of the show. It's the midweek edition. Let's begin by telling you that the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, is holding forth for President Muhammadu Buhari for a second week run. And since the President left for London on a medical trip, the VP has presided over the weekly Federal Executive Council meeting since the President left. And after today's session, he's asking for a rededication of attitude by Nigerians to reflect higher virtues of kindness, love, and generosity devoid of faith or ethnicity, especially during the Ramadan period. Take a listen to the Vice President.
I must express my very sincere greetings to our brothers and sisters, Muslim brothers and sisters, who have begun the Ramadan fast already, and to say that this is not just a time for abstinence from food and drink and other worldly pleasures, but also a time for us to rededicate ourselves to higher virtues of kindness, love, generosity towards each other as brothers and sisters, regardless of faith or ethnicity. And also for our nation, a time, I believe, to recommit ourselves to unity, to brotherhood, to peace and reconciliation in various ways, so that our country will achieve all of the objectives that we've set for ourselves. So I wish our Muslim brothers and sisters a very happy period, Ramadan Kareem.
Some days ago, the governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, made some shocking statements over the state of Nigeria's economy, the debt profile and releases by the federal government for federal allocation. That statement generated loads and loads of controversies. Let me allow you to listen again to it for those who heard it or saw it. But if you have not, or if you've forgotten, let me remind you, this was a statement by Governor Obaseki.
The major oil companies, Shell, Chevron, who are the ones producing, they are no longer investing as much in oil. Chevron is now one of the world's largest investors in alternative fuel. Shell is pulling out of Nigeria. So in another year or so, where will we find this money that we go to Abuja to share every month? Last month, we got FAC for March. The federal government printed an additional 50 to 60 billion to top up for us to share. We say remove subsidy. They say no. This April, next week again, we'll go to Abuja, we will share. By the end of this year, total borrowings, the total we have borrowed is going to be in excess of 15 to 16 trillion. And my worry is that we wake up one day, like Argentina, the Naira will be 1,000, 2,000, it will be moving. Because you can imagine a family, you don't have money coming in, you're just borrowing and borrowing and borrowing without any means or idea of how to pay back.
Well, that statement from Governor Godwin Obaseki does not really go down well with the federal government, and they're already debunking those claims by the governor. The Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, describes the governor's statement as very sad and unfactual. Take a listen to her.
The issue that has been raised by the Edo State governor for me is very, very sad because it is not a fact. What we distribute at FAC is revenue that is generated, and the FAC distribution revenue is a public information. We publish it. So it's revenue generated by the FRS, the customs, the NMPC that we distribute at FAC. So it is not true to say we printed money to distribute at FAC. It is not true.
Well, that's perhaps not our focus tonight. I would have loved to give some perspective to really know, because Governor Obaseki is a member of the Economic Council, where governors, the governor of the CBN, are members also. I mean, with some of those things that he said, and the claims also by the finance minister, would like to see perspective so that we can get true pictures of things. Well, the federal government and the finance minister, she's the one who has all the details of the releases from the federal government. But from a governor, that's also very weighty. But that's for a conversation for another day. Let's go into politics tonight. The People's Democratic Party, Southwest Congress, has come and gone. But it appears the dust over that election has not yet settled. There are now allegations of violence and irregularities during the process. And tonight, we have the former governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayose, in the studio with us. Just yesterday, a federal lawmaker and one of the leaders of the People's Democratic Party in Ekiti State, representing Ekiti South Senatorial District at the National Assembly, Senator Biodun raised an alarm over the state of affairs of the party in the state. Senator Olujimi calls on former Governor Fayose to embrace reconciliation. She said that the party has no identity in Ekiti State at the moment. There are a lot of issues worrying the People's Democratic Party at the national level. Just recently, a member of the PDP is asking for the removal of the leadership of the party. There are grievances about the manner in which things are being run. The Southwest Congress and the aftermath is another issue. The party has claimed that they want to return to prominence at a center in 2023. Just how will that happen? We'll take a look at all of this tonight on the program. Let's speak with former Governor Ayodele Fayose, who joins us here in our Lagos studio. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for joining us tonight.
Good evening, and good evening, Nigeria.
Let me begin by asking you, do you agree with the outcome of the Southwest Congress, where Ambassador Arakpaja emerged winner?
Well, let me put it this way, Sheung. I want to tell you that I am not satisfied with all that happened. I have a lot of things to make public in the course of this interview, but I want peace. And I want peace and nothing but peace for the Southwest. I will, and I want to say I have, and I still want to say it again, I have considered. I considered not because they won, I considered because the PDP is a bigger picture. Tomorrow is a bigger picture. And I want to say that conceding does not amount to defeat. It's sheer exhibiting leadership. Take a look at the result and the characters behind the result before I will tell you the issues. I am on one side alone. I have on the side of Governor Seyi Makinde two former governors, Governor Segun Oni and Governor Oyinlola. They have on their side 7 deputy governors and 2 speakers and 7 senators. The result, in quote, Arakpaja, 343. 343. My candidate, Ediola Feso, 330. A difference of 13 votes.
Yeah.
I'm glad because that is a show of strength. Whether the result, whether it's right or wrong, the world can see a one-man army that has faced them all. And without rigging, they lost. But we will not be fighting forever.
But that, apologies, please.
Yes.
You're saying that election was rigged?
Very clearly.
How?
That was why I said
rigged?
I'm going to give you the information now. Now, given, without conceding that it was straight election, I want to say to you now that 13 votes for a sitting governor, 2 former governors, deputy governors, all of them put together on my side. That election, we went to court to say that this election must not hold in Oyo State for reasons of violence. The violence came to Osogbo with buses from Oyo State, registration number, Oyo State, all through. 200 blocked the center where we are to hold it. The center owned by Governor Oyinlola, who is working with Governor Makinde. Now, they came with cutlasses and guns all night.
And you saw them?
It was public knowledge. It was public knowledge.
Because it was a different thing. Let me show you, just a moment.
Yes.
Because it's a different thing that we saw. Interesting thing is that on this program tonight, when we invited you because of some of the things we saw, we reached out to Ambassador Arakwaja,
yes,
who said he was going to also come on the program tonight. But unfortunately, he's not able to make it tonight.
You can invite them anytime.
Absolutely. So, but let me show you this, Governor Fayose. This was some of the suspects who are said to have been arrested who are loyal to you. Probably, I'll show you, maybe you can recognize any of them. If my producer can put up, yes, these are some of the amateur video that came up where we understand that they were arrested, and these are said to be loyalists of your camp that you brought to rig election. Can you confirm that?
Nigerians can attest to this about me. I got them out. I won't descend to this. We said we don't want Oyo State because of violence. These are 2 factions of Governor Makinde in crisis in Osogbo. Why did we go to court in the first place? And let me say to you, in the channels television should always do independent investigation before we come here.
We did.
Thank you.
And some of which we will put before you tonight. Part of that independent investigation are those pictures.
Thank you. And you see the leader of this drivers' union in Oyo State came to the venue publicly looking for my head. Today we are going to cut Governor Fayose's head. It was public knowledge. But I don't want to be distracted with what I was telling you. Shehu, for an election that took place, we had accreditation. We compelled them to announce publicly how many people were accredited. They resisted that. They said they will announce state by state. The norm is for you to announce accreditation and tell us how many people came and how many votes are expected. By the accreditation, initially they said Oyo State, Ekiti had 115 people from listed, 104 accredited. Out of 104, 82 people voted. But let me put it this way. At the end of the exercise, the accreditation was 675, publicly announced. At the end of the exercise, just before the end of the exercise, Lagos voted first. No, Ekiti voted first, followed by Lagos. No, followed by Ogun, followed by Lagos, then followed by Osun. Then they purposely allow Oyo to vote last. When you look at the alphabets, you realize that the games was obviously going on. So Oyo had to vote last. In Oyo, they told us 177 were listed. Only 177 was listed, 174 will vote. Honorable Mulikat protested said, this man is dead. This man is dead. This man is dead. This man is sick. He can't be here. This one is abroad. This one is aged. They came back again and told us 165. This was the game going on in the entire process.
But did you raise objections?
They were raised. I went to the chairman, and the chairman of that election was honorable. That is the truth. It was the secretary that came to rig election. It was when he was even counting results. He would go 173, 174, 192. They said no, come back for 3 times.
And who is this person?
Senator Anyanwu from
Sam Anyanwu.
Sam Anyanwu from Imo State. He's going to do so many elections, 6. He was the one in Edo. He was in about 3, 4, 5 elections. That is his job. We protested.
So you're alleging that this is a leader of your party?
I don't know about that.
In the National Assembly? He's a leader in your party?
He's a former National Assembly member. He's a former National Assembly
So, but he's a leader in the party?
Excuse me, sir.
Because
whatever I say here, I stand by it. I am not a small boy in this party. Whatever I say here, they are my words, not your show. Let me quickly let you know. At the end of the exercise, when Oyo was to vote, they brought the whole table together. An election that the chairman called open secret ballot. They put the tables together. They were writing together. People couldn't vote their conscience. There were 10 voided votes. Those 10 voided votes were people who voted for Idiola Feso, and they were cancelled and now said they were voided votes. They were voided votes. All these were protested. Some of the people that even won. The moment you win, they will bring extra ballot and ballot stuff it. So let me say to you, I have accepted this result. Not because they won, but because this party, I am one of the people that cannot decamp to another party.
But you accepted also because probably you are humbled by the defeat.
But what do you call humble?
Because at that venue also,
yes,
we saw how you accepted the supremacy of Governor Makinde.
No, I've been here to this station to tell you, but I'll still come back to that. Let's let the world know what transpired. At the end of the exercise, Sheung, we had 7 extra votes beyond the normal, which is 6, 7, 6. They now turn it to 6, 8, 4. 6, 7 extra vote. Quickly, Senator Anyanwu changed the goalpost, moved the accreditation again to cover that. Where did we have those extra votes? Who casted them? Where did they come from? The fact remains, like I just told you, as a leader, I want to behave like King Solomon's story, where 2 women had children. A woman had a baby overnight. The other one slept. 2 women had babies overnight. One slept on her own. The other one said, "No, the one that's alive is my baby." So the King Solomon said, "Let this child grow. He will know his father. He will know the mother thereafter." I considered, because PDP must not lose. If I want to tell you, we can form parallel ESCOs. That is not leadership. We can set up a parallel ESCO. The controversy will continue.
There is also,
but
because
which benefit would that be?
Because there are also claims from your camp that there is a subsisting court order. But we'll go there in a moment. We need to take a commercial break. But when we come back, our conversation with Governor Ayodele Fayose continues. Also, we'll look at the zoning arrangement in the PDP. Will the PDP go for a northern presidential candidate in 2023? We'll hear from the former governor of Ekiti State right here on the program. Don't go anywhere, everyone. We'll be right back. Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us. The conversation tonight is with former Governor Ayodele Fayose, who has some reservations about the just concluded Southwest Congress of the People's Democratic Party. Let's continue the conversation with former Governor Ayodele Fayose. I was asking, or I was going to raise the issue of a court order, because I heard some members of your party loyal to your group saying that there is a subsisting court order. Is that true?
Without doubt, there was a subsisting court order.
Who went to court?
The Zonal Caretaker Committee. The Zonal Caretaker Committee. But you see, personally, I don't want to discuss court. That is the truth. I am not a party there. I might be an interested party, but I'm not a party directly. So I would want to stay out of court issues and talking about it. The way we could advise the party there and then, we did. So I am not the party. I want to be careful getting involved in issues of court.
Well, I mean, does it mean that there was a court order saying that
surely.
Congress should not hold and it held?
Very, very surely.
Your party disobeyed the court order. Is that what happened?
With all due respect, I am a member of a PDP. I will not come and celebrate the weakness of my party on this television.
Isn't it?
The issues that has to do with the court has been laid before the party. The court and the party are two different people. That's an internal issue of the party at the national level. What the party needs to know about court matters, we told them ab initio.
So, you agreed that it should be relocated, the venue should be taken from Ibadan to Oshogbo.
To Ogun State.
To Ogun State. But the party instead took it to Oyo State, to Osun State. But you are also...
Originally, we are not supposed to do that at all. We are not supposed to. But like I said to you, Sheung, matters that has to do with my party will not be celebrated on this television. Because I said to you, I have considered. I am not going to be in this television and indict the PDP. I would not do that. If they do anything that it's, like I was telling you about the election and what went wrong in the election, I made it public. But when it comes to that issue of court, the party knows the truth. The party, they were in court. They have a lawyer in court. And I'm sure the lawyer must have advised them. So it's better to leave those issues and talk about the real elections.
No, because the reason why the issue begged for an answer is because if the court has said, do not do this election, and your party went ahead, and you are a leader of the party, and you agree to that.
Sheung, I said to you, the party was served the order. And I cannot sit here and indict that party. What is important is that the party is aware there was an order.
But isn't it obvious, Governor, that there was a court order, do not do it? Nigerians are clear about this. They know what that means. Do not do it. But your party went ahead to do it.
Sheung, with all due respect, the party, what I know of a fact is that all that the party needs to know, they were made to know. Every other thing is in the wisdom of a party, not in my wisdom.
But as it stands right now, are you afraid that because of the court order, that election might stand as null and void?
Another leg to it, Sheung, is that I am not the court. And I will not answer to the court. And there's still time. A lot can still be mended. So for me, as to that election, it was a scam. But I must agree, as a leader of the PDP, I have been working for this party. I'm one of the voices that cannot be forgotten in a jiffy in the PDP. And I will not sit down here and say because of 13 votes, because of manipulation, the party must not move forward in the West. We will not be at war forever. I will take it as prize for leadership.
You've won elections before.
Yes.
You've lost elections before.
Yes.
This one is very painful for you, isn't it?
How? Sheung, listen, apart from ego issues, there is nothing called Southwest. It's only the chairman that goes to the working committee. All other people are in their homes.
But they are delegates.
They're delegates.
To national congresses and national conventions.
There are only 12 people there that are delegates. 12 people. Even if we consider 12 people, if you are good in the game, you still lose nothing. So I can't, because of these 12 people, I can't, because of this election, pull down this roof. I am not going to pull it down.
Your party in the Southwest have seen so much trouble. In Ekiti State, for example,
Just
Senator Olujimi,
I have considered, like I told you, I considered this election. I told Ediola Feso to concede. He wasn't going to concede. And at the spot, I called Arakwaja. I congratulated him.
Has he reached out to you?
No.
Has Governor Makinde reached out to you?
I called Governor Makinde as well in the course of the announcement. I congratulate him. Up till now, none of them has called me. You understand? But that is for another day. We will give them time. We will give them time. There are so many ways to kill a rat, to deal with a rat. So let us leave the rat to be jumping around.
Okay, so, but what we saw something on that day, a picture of you, I mean, which made the headlines of yourself and Governor Makinde hugging each other on the venue on the grounds of that election. Was that genuine?
Do you know that when I came into the hall, I went straight to Governor Makinde, because the fact remains that Governor Makinde is still a sitting governor. I went there, I greeted him. Reluctantly, he came up. I hugged him. We talked, we chatted for a few minutes. And when I was about to go and vote, I cracked jokes with him. I said, I'm going to vote for your candidate. I just cracked jokes. I did what I have to do from my heart. But whoever does not want you, does not want you.
You think he doesn't want you?
That's not the issue.
No, I'm just asking.
You see, whether he wants me or he doesn't want me is not the matter. God has blessed me more than enough. If you look at the result of the election, without conceding, you can see strength. Governor Makinde can now not come out and say, I'm controlling the West. That result tells you what is going on.
But I mean, things have been falling apart.
Without doubt.
The PDP in the Southwest.
Without doubt.
In Lagos, for several election cycles, there's been disagreements. In Ogun, there's been, before the late Senator Buruji Kashamin died, there's been a lot of crises.
I agree with you.
In Ondo, there's been problem.
Crisis.
I mean, you can, in your state, Senator Olujimi says there is no PDP in Ekiti State at the moment.
I will respond to that. One of the attributes of a good leader is to absorb pain when you are not supposed to absorb it. This is exactly what I've done. Ms. Olujimi should learn to absorb pains. Our leaders must learn to absorb pains. When we lost during the presidential primaries that Atiku won, I was with Tambuwal. We lost to Tambuwal.
You lost to Atiku?
We lost to Atiku. I went to Atiku myself. Give us assignment to do. Everywhere Atiku went, we went with him. If this party is to win, I must bury my pride. Somebody must tell Governor Makinde to bury his pride. I am a voice in this party. But I want to tell you, if this zonal congress if this my attitude and action is one thing that I have to do to save this party from going down, I will do it. I am coming down everybody's seen me different light. I have considered to Makinde. That's not the issue. What the leader sees, the follower may not. This Southwest Congress, I am not happy. We were rigged out. But what they got extra is 13. It shows they are not on ground. Without the muslin, they will have lost. But look at it. Ordinary 7 votes from my side will have annulled their 13 votes. If you take 7 from there, put it here, which means we are contesting only 7 votes. So I give it to them. Let them have the Southwest, as long as peace returns. But it is shameful, unfortunate, when a man concedes to you, morally, it is proper for you to say, thank you. And in my statement, before the election, I said it's going to be victory for all of us. Whether Edu wins or Arakwaja wins, it is victory for the PDP. And I demonstrated that. I couldn't do better. And I'm a happy man that, for me, I want to lay this issue to rest. But, I advise Arakwaja to be truly a chairman. If not, they will get a parallel ESCO. If not, they will get a parallel ESCO. But I'm glad for one thing. information reaching me just about entering this office shows that he was in Abuja today and the National Working Committee told him to go back and mend fences. Already you want to be king. You are king already. What else do you want to be? You want to be devil? No.
But are you ready? Are you willing to work with him?
Shehu, if I don't work with him, who will I work with? I must work with him if I'm truly a leader. If I publicly come out and say, Arakpaja, congratulations, that is a show of leadership.
Are you willing to work with Senator Oluchimi too?
We have met. Sometimes I'm surprised when Senator Oluchimi comes to the television and says something else. We met at Providence Hotel about 3-4 weeks ago. We sat. They bore their minds. We said our own. I told Senator Oluchimi, by God's grace, God helped me to send you to the House of Reps. God helped me to send you to the Senate. You became my deputy governor. You are back in the Senate. That is enough to continue to respect me. But even if you say you are a leader or you are my leader now, it's okay. But the issues are this. The same thing that happened in Ekiti is what has happened in the zone. We won. They said they form a parallel ESCO. But they won, because they are with Governor Makinde, they won, I conceded. So I am ready to, if she's angry, I will still look for her again.
Are you, Governor Fayose, let me show you this video. There was a video that surfaced saying that there was some gentleman called Auxiliary or said to have threatened you on the grounds of that. It's in Yoruba language, so we cannot understand what he said. But if my producer can put that up, maybe you can speak to this, because the question I'm going to ask you is, if this kind of situation is happening in your political party, that's the scenario there, which our reporter also brought to our knowledge of that gentleman who was said to have been threatening you. If these are the kind of elements that showed up at your Congress, are you worried about the sort of characters that are involved in your party affairs?
You see, what this gentleman, because I've seen this video, what this gentleman was saying at the time, they came to the venue. They said, this will kill you. We are waiting for you here, we are going to kill you. This is the chairman of the road transport workers in Oyo State. These people came with Governor Makinde's convoy.
So, but the question I'm asking, that's a very weighty allegation.
Everybody knows.
You know, when you say they came with Governor Makinde, so the question is that, do you have evidence?
Who is this man? Is he the road transport worker in Ekiti? Can you hear that?
So now, the question is that...
This is enough to show the whole world.
If these are the kind of elements...
If Governor Makinde, a first-time 2-year-old governor, yet to be 2-year-old governor, are parading characters like this, it simply shows the kind of people behind him.
No, but it does also speak about the character and the quality of the people in your party too, isn't it?
This is shameful for our party. I take responsibility in the 21st century. Togri is shameful for our party. And you remember I was in Ondo? These same people came to Ondo to attack me. These same people came to Ondo, and I told Governor Makinde. So I'm glad the whole world is seeing this. Governor Makinde, you look quiet but deadly. Parading these people to wait for me, there were over 1,000. And they were doing this to me on the video. We'll cut your neck if you dare come there. And that was why I made up my mind. I must attend that Congress. Even if I die there, I die. So I attended the Congress. By the time I got there, Omo Jomolo, you interpret that to the whole world. Omo Jomolo, they fled. So I don't think that is right for Nigeria. It's not right for our party, and it's condemnable. If anybody wants to do election, you parade talks, 200 buses of talk. It's sad. So look at all these things. It shows that I won that election. I won convincingly, but I will concede. I have conceded, and I'm still conceding.
Governor Fayose, are you worried that your party is in trouble? Just recently, on Sunday, there was a gentleman who came on this program saying that Prince Uche Secondus should resign. The leadership of the party should resign. He made several allegations against the leadership of the party. In fact, he said he's going to the EFCC to lay allegations and petition against your party. Is your party falling apart?
Do you know the name of the gentleman?
Kasim Afegbua.
Afegbua, thank you. If it's Kasim Afegbua, it's understandable. Kasim Afegbua is not a member of PDP. Kasim Afegbua left with Governor Oshiomhole, left with Bukola Sarakis and went to, is from Edo. Is it either Edo or Delta?
It's from Edo State.
Edo State. He was with Oshiomhole. When the people that defected came back to PDP, he went back to join Oshiomhole. So Afegbua, I remember I called him 2-3 weeks ago. I read an article. I asked him, are you a member of the PDP? Because I remember you defected.
But was a spokesperson of your party's campaign at the presidential election.
Excuse me, sir. Let me explain this to you. Not this last one. It was the one before.
The presidential election.
No,
2019.
No.
It was on the campaign train of Atiku.
Pardon me. He went back from the side of APC to fight the Edo governor at the time. But let me say this about Uche Secondus. All this we are saying, when the ships are down, Uche Secondus has not said he wants to contest election. But if anybody has a headache about Uche Secondus contesting, that person should follow the normal route.
All right.
We follow the normal route in Oyo, in Osogbo. When the time is here, if Uche Secondus wants to contest,
right,
people that want to follow him will follow him.
Right.
And people that would say no to him will say no to him by the ballot.
Governor Fayose, we need to take another break, but we'd like to inform our viewers that we'll go live in a moment to the National Sports Festival in Benin City, the Edo State capital, for the end of the National Sports Festival. Stay with us. We'll take a break, and Politics Today continues on all other channels, televisions, platform. We'll be right back with our conversation with Governor Ayodele Fayose. Former Governor Ayodele Fayose and PDP chieftain has been talking to us on the program. Thank you so much for your time. Let's wrap up on the state of affairs of your, because I need to take you up on some national issues.
That's all right.
For the party in the Southwest region, you have said and you have warned that there might be a parallel leadership of the party. Is that what the future that you are worried about?
So, if a man gets honorable to look for peace, you can't equally go further to rein him in. Politically, that's not workable. If they want me to work with them, I will work with them with all my heart. If they show attitude unbecoming of leadership, I will give them a measure of the trouble they need. But as a leader, I have given this election, I have considered, I want peace. I don't want this roof to come down. I have made a letter to the national chairman stating what transpired throughout the election, what steps that I've taken. The ball is in their court to seek and look for peace. But if they don't want peace, they get whatever they want.
What about Ekiti?
I'm telling you again,
what's the way forward?
The way forward is that I'll continue to talk to them. I'll continue to appeal to them. You see, Sheung, every leader has a right to choose. I mean, you chose to work here. You could work in other TV stations. I have equally chosen to support somebody. But I said it here the last time I came. Whosoever wins the primaries, I will support. I will not back out because it is the PDP. I can't go to APC.
Why?
I can never. I would rather leave politics. I don't jump. It's
so
not good for
you have friends in the APC. You've
tomorrow.
Shown your support for someone like Bola Tinubu, and you've said publicly.
You still don't get that right. I am not a member of APC.
I know. I said you have friends.
I have said it to
in the
everybody
APC.
who cares to listen. They might not like this one to hear it. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a Yoruba man. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a prominent Yoruba man. You can call him a thief. You can call him anything. I agree, call any name. I will join you to call him because it's in opposition. But I will not join anybody What they are doing in Nigeria is useless. When somebody is alive, you will be abusing him, destroying him. When he dies, all of you will pack APC, PDP, NTA, Channels Television. You will go there and be greeting the family. Most of them criticizing Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If they see Bola Ahmed Tinubu, would they greet him?
If he contests for the presidency, would you support him?
Sheung, I am a member of the PDP. I am not a member of the APC where Governor Ahmed Bola Tinubu belongs. No. The issues here is that they will have their candidate, we will have our own candidate.
Where do you
But
think...
I don't want anybody to tell me not to greet people in Nigeria. They are hypocrites.
So
some of them, when Jonathan was in office, they will sneak to him. Some of them, when Asiwaju is in body law, they will sneak there. They come and talk tough in public. They should shut up. They shouldn't tell me that.
So, but you are friends with Bola Tinubu?
I have not seen any.
Listen,
I have not seen Bola Ahmed Tinubu in a very long time. But let me say to you, if I want to go and see Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I will go during the day. To whom do I owe? Who am I collecting money to do politics from? Who? They should tell me. He was a governor at the same time with him. Is he my enemy? They should not tell me that. Why do some of them go to greet Jonathan? Why do APC governors go to greet Jonathan? Why do PDP governors go to greet the other people too? Why do we meet at Economic Council? Why don't we say, do your own, I do my own? For this one, they are saying, one day I will wake up and go to body law. I will call channels, I will call television station, follow me there. What is that nonsense?
All right. So, I mean, where do you think that a presidential candidate of your party should come from?
Who tells you that I don't want to be president? That I will go and support Ahmed Bola Asiwaju Ahmed Bola.
If you confirm to us that now, that's news.
I'm not confirming. I'm just saying to you, it's very honorable if I want to be.
Do you have the ambition?
Not yet. Not as of today. But
it's a possibility.
It's a possibility. A major one.
Either a VP or a president.
Anything that is elective that they call the office of a president. A president is a president. Either VP is a president. Is it not Ojiba you're holding for so? I am telling you, it's possible that I contest the presidential election. Are they going to pay for my ticket? I'm going to buy the form myself. It's a game. It's still ahead. Let us continue to play this draft. Let's calm down.
All right. So where do you think it should come from? The zone? Because your party created the zoning and the rotation arrangement.
I don't have powers to say that.
No, but you are a political leader, and this rotation arrangement has been on the ground. You entered into it as an agreement on written rule in your political party. So in terms of zoning, where do you think will be fair for your party to pick its candidate from for 2023?
Do you know as powerful as the president of a country who belongs to a political party could be? He does not have power to speak for the party. He doesn't have that power. It's arrogance for anybody who is a governor or a president to lord by all means on the party. We elected them. We should be given free hands to take decision. Let me equally tell you, it's equally a bad thing for somebody to continue to fight the party day in, day out. Why do I want to fight the party for? Why do I want to predict the party? When the party takes a decision, they will not take it by themselves. They must call NEC. They must call so many caucus. Decisions will be reached collectively. If I stand there and start abusing the party, to what end?
But you've spoken about morals. And morally speaking, because the issue of zoning is a moral issue, is an arrangement on written rule. It is not law.
As the party taking a decision to warrant being criticized.
I'm speaking with you as Governor Ayodele Fayose,
yes.
And I'm asking you a personal question. I mean, an individual question rather.
Yes.
And I'm asking, where do you think is fair for your party to zone the presidency in 2023?
So that is my joker when it is announced. I will not tell you here today. I have something inside here. Look at my stomach. That question you are asking, where is it zoned to? We are going to equally be seated and allow it played out. Then what we will say that day, let me keep it inside here.
But would it be fair for those who are...
This government is less than 2 years. It's not late.
No, the question I'm asking is if as in the suspicion in your party that it might be zoned.
There's no suspicion. Those who has ambition are the one creating the tension. There's no suspicion. The people are being driven by ambition, positioning themselves. That is why you have those crises. entering states here and there. They're the people. Me, I just told you, I may run, but I'm not going to jump the gun. I'm not going to cause problem in the party because of my ambition. Time will take care of all this.
I mean, for those who are suspecting that your party might go to the north, would it be fair after President Buhari has exhausted his 2-year term as a Northwesterner for your party to choose a presidential candidate from the north?
It would be unfair to take this matter. It's too early. It's like going to look for what is not missing from the mouth of the lion. What is not missing, then the lion will suck you in. This government itself is 2 years, less than 2 years. We have placed politics over governance. There are a lot of issues begging for attention. Finance, you saw what Obaseki said just now. That's unfortunate. That is sad. I'm just hearing that. And I'm going to respond to it. I'm going to investigate before I respond to it. Because Obaseki is a member of the Economic Council. Obaseki cannot be lying. Obaseki is a beneficiary of allocation to his state. For Obaseki to be talking like this, Nigerians must take Obaseki very seriously. This APC government has mortgaged this country. We are borrowing and borrowing and borrowing. Obaseki said something without a means of paying back.
But the ratio of GDP to debt, the federal government says it's still okay.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Let me put this to you. You can't be a judge in your own matter. All the things the federal government has been telling us, have you found any to be true? They say they have crushed Boko Haram at one time. They say they told us Boko Haram is dead. We've had so many things. They say the economy is okay. We've had so many things. This federal government is federal trouble. It's the federal lies. And look at, I was looking at you when you were doing promo on the Chief Lai Mohammed. I was afraid. I thought he wants to tell another lie. These are things that worries my soul. If things are not working well, have courage to tell your people. This federal government, they are lying government.
Let me take you back to the issue of zoning, because I mean, so for some reasons you didn't answer my question quite okay. So and the question is that it is called disaffection in your party already. Governor Umahi has left because he feels that the Southeast has not been fairly treated by your party.
Governor Umahi did not leave because of that.
That's the reason why. That's the reason he gave.
When a woman wants to cheat, he will give reasons for cheating.
What about a man? Because I mean, when you say woman now,
okay. When people want to cheat, there will be enough reasons for cheating. When you betray trust, you will say it was because my mom was sick, because I thought that thing was not supposed to be put there. Governor Umahi, I don't want to discuss him, a very good friend. But that reason is not tenable.
But I mean, would your party be betraying the trust of Nigeria if from 1998 your party has set a rule and now your party seems from the look of it?
We will not disappoint Nigerians. I'm telling you, this me and your fire will speak to it at the appropriate time.
If they do, you'll probably be a lone voice.
I tell you again, I tell you with all humility, I am a strong voice with all humility in this country. I'm a strong voice in the PDP. I will speak to power that day.
Should your party go back on the zoning arrangement?
When we get to the bridge, we'll cross it. I will not be timid to make things happen appropriately.
All right. Thank you so much, former Governor Ayodele Fayose. It's a pleasure having you again to have this conversation. And we do hope that your party will have some kind of peace after now. Thank you so much for coming.
I appreciate you, Benga. Let me, just 1 second, to tell Nigerians that we should continue to do everything to be our brother's keeper, to ensure that this country does not go into flames. This country exists first before our ambitions. A lot of the crises in this country are simply a product of personal ambition, which, if we are not careful, we consume everybody.
Thank you so much. And that's how we'll leave it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Seun Okinbaloye. Bye-bye.